Well, let's take a look at the California Energy Commission website and see what we can do with this. We're on the home page here. You can get here from any search engine by punching in California Energy Commission. Here is our efficiency tab, and you can see it brings up the 2013 Building Energy Efficiency Standards and the 2016 Building Energy Standards. We have the new standards being produced, and here we have Appliance Efficiency Program. Let's look at the standards first. Here we will find a list of three of our four compliance documents of interest to us. Here's the reference appendices, for instance. Here's the Building Energy Efficiency Standards. And today I think we will go to the Non-Residential Compliance Manual and Documents and open that. And you'll see that it is broken up into many little pieces because this is a huge document. But we'll go to the Forms appendices and we will find, let's take a look at an install form since we've been talking about those today. Here we have our lighting install forms, and we'll let's go to Outdoor EMCS. And here we find our outdoor form, and we can fill it in interactively, or we can scroll through the pages, or we can save a copy on our hard drive. But you will note these are mostly check boxes. So the first thing they want to know is, are we dealing with an energy management control system, which controls all kinds of things as well as the lights, or just a lighting control system that controls the lighting? And then we need to tell the form what that lighting control system is functioning as. Is it a photo control? For instance, for indoor daylight harvesting, this would be a very common thing. I'm sorry, we're on the outdoor form. This would be for daytime shut off. All of these things are very common things that a lighting control system would be required to do, and that's it. You are looking at the entire outdoor install form for lighting control systems and EMCS. So let's back up to these forms some more. Let's take a look at the indoor install form number 2. Once again, it's EMCS or lighting control system. We state which of those it is. And now here we find a little more detail. Is the system, for instance, being used for automatic daylighting control, which one would expect. This is very common. And we have a checklist of things that are out of the Title 20 Appliance Efficiency Regulations. So basically, you're certifying, the installer is certifying that this has been installed to meet Title 20 requirements. And that would mean that it will be meeting the same requirements as a standalone lighting control. So let's back out of there, let's back out of there, let's back out of there. Let's just go to the home page, California Energy Commission again. Let's find our efficiency tab, and this time let's go look for our fourth compliance document, which would be under Appliance Efficiency Program. Here's the new 2016 Appliance Efficiency Regulations. I haven't seen any difference between the 2015 and 2016 as regards lighting controls, but on this page we also have the Appliance Efficiency Database. And if, as a member of the public, if we're going to search it, we're going to click Quick Search, and we can search by model number, appliance type, such as lighting products, okay, the manufacturer, and there's a bunch of them, or the brand, or let's see what we have there. There we are. Very similar to manufacturer, or the appliance status. And this would be either approved or archived. So we'll look at that in a second. Let's use the default approved database. So there's two databases here that we can search. And I'm going to punch in something that I would suspect is going to pop up right away because this is a component of a new daylighting system. And here we have it. It is a lighting control by this manufacturer. Let's try something else, like, let's try that. And I get an evaporative cooler. Well, that's not what I'm looking for. I'll tell you, this is a lighting control. So let's go back to appliance status, and let's go to archived, and let's search. Oh, didn't tell it. There it is. RW500B. This is a vacancy sensor. Now, the difference between archived and approved, I am not entirely certain, but there are help files such as search instructions, and we have hotlines that we can call. So I think what I will do is call a hotline and see how that works.
Thank you for calling the California Energy Commission Appliances Hotline. All of our operators are currently assisting other callers. Please stay on the line for the next available operator.
Okay, well, after 10 minutes of being on hold, I got an automated message that they will return my call. Let's take a look at what we can find here on the page. We have search instructions, and they're showing us the quick search page. They're showing if that's supposed to be a button, it does not appear on the actual page, as you can see here. And also the appliance status tab that we use to switch databases is also not shown here. So we're not going to get an answer to a question of what's the difference between something being on the approved database and on the archive database immediately. So I'll get back to you, but you can see there are 21 pages of search instructions here. So they have given you an extensive help page, which is a very good thing. All right, to make sure that we're going to get an answer to our question, I will shoot an email to this email address with my question about the approved database versus the archived database. But in the meantime, let's go back to the home page and see if we can find our Blueprint newsletter. So I'm just going to type in Blueprint to search, because according to at least one of the ATTCPs, which is NLCAA, then that anything you find in one of these newsletters is as good as code. So here they are, and there's a way to automatically subscribe to them. They have a list of their contents, and anything that you find in here that pertains to acceptance testing or design is presumably valid. And I think we've about covered this. Now we know where to find our books. We know where to find our forms. We know where to find the database. And in class, I will tell you the results of the archived versus approved thing with the database. So this is a very interesting website. It's very useful, and it's also subject to change without notice. So if you're going to link to things from your website into this website, be aware those links may be broken at any time, because this is a third-party website.